let's go ahead and move on to the final. It's two topics, but I'm gonna go ahead and combine them to one because they kind of are the same thing. And this is quite funny to me, to be honest with you. And I'm quite happy because I never really supported this anyway. But about a cancellation, baby, cancel culture. Everybody canceling everybody, man. Everybody is racist and homophobic and transphobic and hateful and evil. And you know, it's I couldn't keep a straight face, but they're canceling everything, man. The Golden Globes has been canceled on NBC, and I got the report right here, and this will be the final topic of the day. It says NBC will not air the Golden Globes in 2022 due to ongoing Hollywood Foreign Press Association controversy. What type of controversy are we talking about? Well, let's see. NBC will not air the Golden Globes in 2022, the network said in a statement on Monday morning. This means the Hollywood Foreign Press Association will now have to decide how or if it will move forward next year without its broadcast partner, or more swiftly enact changes demanded by industry leaders regarding the organization's membership and processes. And so just real quick, what this is saying is like the difference between the Academy and the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. The Academy is basically of thousands of members in Hollywood that actually works on the movie. So it's the actors, the actresses, the directors, the writers, the producers, the financiers, all those people that actually have their hand in the filmmaking process. Sometime I heard it was 5,000, 7,000, up to 10,000 people in the Academy. The Hollywood Foreign Press are, I think, 80 something members. So you got thousands versus 80 something members that live in LA but work for foreign Hollywood outlets. Now, in my opinion, the Oscars is more important because it actually does measure talent. The Golden Globes is just a popularity contest. That's just my assessment. You know, the Oscars is more of a boring show, but the Golden Globes is more fun, you know, because everybody gets drunk and goes up on stage and has a bunch of funny conversations and stuff like that. And so I never take the Golden Globes seriously. But I have this right here. We continue to believe that the Hollywood Foreign Press Association is committed to meaningful reform, NBC said in a statement. However, change of this magnitude takes time and work, and we feel strongly that the Hollywood Foreign Press Association needs to take time to do it right. As such, NBC will not air the 2020 Golden Globes, assuming the organization executes on its plan. We are hopeful we'll be in a position and air the show in January 2023. Now, the controversy basically is out of these 83 members, they haven't had a black member in their association in the past 19, 20 years. And it could be even longer than that, but
I think they said since 2002 or something like that.
Yeah. They haven't had a black member. Also, that there has been films that have come out in the past few decades that critics have panned, saying that the movie sucked. However, they still nominated some films for Best Picture and all that stuff because they just wanted the talent to show up on screen just so they can get ratings and things like that. And apparently they're super duper racist as well, to the point to where Tom Cruise was like, man, F this, you know, I'm sending mine back. You know, you can return my Golden Globes, you know, to the you know, back, because you know I don't want them anymore, you know. And so I'm gonna pull this up as well. The Hollywood Foreign Press, which hands out Golden Globes awards, has been under fire for months following an initial expose by the Los Angeles Times about both the small insular organization's questionable financial practices, so they're doing weird stuff with the money, as well as paltry record of diversity and representation, including an entire lack of black membership. Last week, the group released framework for reform that includes measures to increase the number of people of color in its ranks. The plan, which was approved on Thursday, also includes new restrictions on gifts that the members could receive and payments for work on their committees. That's the wrong little thing right there. And just real quick from Ava DuVernay, I have that report. In response, filmmaker Ava DuVernay praises Cruz's actions on Twitter that it's time that Tom Cruise sent the Golden Globes for Jerry Maguire, Magnolia, and Born on the 4th of July in an extra box to the reception desk of the Hollywood Foreign Press to stand against their sexist, homophobic, and racist practices of exclusion, harassment, and bias. The Hollywood Foreign Press broader practices from demanding special treatment and lavish perks to sexist, homophobic, and racially insensitive questions at press events have come under criticism as well. In April, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association also expelled former President Phil Burke amid another firestorm of criticism after Burke sent an email to members in which he called Black Lives Matter a racist hate movement and alleged that co-founder Patricia Cullors was a self-proclaimed trained Marxist. This is crazy. So basically because there's no diversity, they're playing with the money, nominating films that they already paying just for ratings and making hateful, racist, homophobic comments. Everybody's like, F the Golden Globes. I don't want to have nothing to do with none of them. So Elliot, I'm coming to you. Last topic of the day. How are you feeling about all this? NBC canceling the Golden Globes. How you feel about the Golden Globes? Ava DuVernay's comments and Tom Cruise mailing all of his Golden Globes back. How you feeling?
It's, I mean, kudos to Hollywood making the change and stepping up. Tom Cruise giving the awards, Ava speaking her peace of mind, and NBC stepping up and canceling the awards. My only thing, I hate to be the guy, but my only thing is why now? This has been like you just mentioned, it's been going on since 2002. So I guess it's been fine for all these years, but all of and again, I applaud them for finally making that change. But it just makes me wonder. It's just like this has been going on. This just speaks to Hollywood in general. Rather it be not to get too deep into the Hollywood stuff, but Harvey Weinstein and all the stuff that's been going on, and James Franco, everything was fine for a while until that one person spoke up. So it's just, again, I applaud everyone for finally stepping up and making the change, but it's a long time overdue. So I guess you gotta take it where you can get it. It's finally been people are paying attention to it, but again, this always makes you wonder. Like
right on that.
This long now, but
before I come to you, Larry, let me just go ahead and grab the super chat real quick from Infinite Science that hit the lot. They hit the lotto. I'll go ahead and play this one for you. Infinite Science for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Larry, how you feeling about all this, man? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I haven't watched the Golden Globes and I can't remember the last time I watched the Golden Globes. I mean, I outside of watching like that opener with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, I can't remember the last time I watched it because it's just it doesn't really interest me all that much. I mean, so I watched the Oscars a little bit, but so much of it has really become just like this big self-celebratory, just Hollywood masturbatorial, session. It's like they're just up there jacking each other off. It's like I just can't really do it anymore. It's just like they're, and some of the stuff that I see with some of these films, they're just like at some point they need to add an element to the Oscars that really helps resonate with the fans, and I mean they need to sort of merge sort of an Oscars People's Choice Awards sort of thing, and they need to, and the Golden Globes was not that. They're just, I mean, some of the stuff you would see that they would nominate, you were like, what who watches this crap? Who watches this movie? I mean, I don't know. I didn't like it. I'm glad to see that they're getting taken down. I mean, people call it cancel culture. It's not cancel culture. It's consequence culture. When you live in a diverse world, you're supposed to represent, a global film, global film critics in the global film industry, and you don't have any people of color in your ranks, and you haven't had any since 2002. And you're sexist and you're racist and you're biased. It's just, you're making all these financial demands for people to get their shine. I mean, you need to be taken down. And to be honest with you, I know that NBC and other folks are talking about maybe they'll give them time to implement changes. I think at some point they don't need to make changes. There are certain organizations that should be fixed and reformed, and there's other ones that should be replaced. And this one, I think, is something that should just simply be replaced. Yeah. And there are other film critic organizations out there that could fill this role. And I would much rather see somebody new come in and fill this role instead of them just trying to fix this and not really ever have it fixed. I don't want to wait 15 or 20 years for them to say, oh, we're still working on it. We added 2 black people in here. We're working on it. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of them and let somebody else take over. Right
on.